The Second Punic War began because Rome and Carthage had finished their first war, but had not finished being angry about it. Rome had won Sicily, taken Carthage's money, and handed Carthage a peace treaty whose main message was, "Thank you for participating." Carthage responded by expanding into Spain. This expansion was led by the Barca family, Hamilcar, Hasdrubal, and Hannibal, a family that treated hatred of Rome as a hereditary profession. Some fathers give their children a puppy. Hamilcar gave his son a geopolitical enemy. Hannibal took the promise very seriously. By 221 BC, he was commanding the Carthaginian army in Spain. 2 years later, he attacked Saguntum, a city protected by Rome. Rome ordered Carthage to surrender Hannibal. Carthage considered this request carefully and replied with the ancient diplomatic expression, "No." The Second Punic War had begun. Rome expected Hannibal to attack across the Mediterranean. Hannibal examined the Roman navy and chose a more sensible route. Spain, southern France, several hostile tribes, a major river, freezing weather, and the Alps. With elephants. Hannibal brought around 37 of them. Because if you are planning a surprise attack, nothing says stealth like 37 enormous animals traveling through Europe. The elephants were not native to the Alps. They had not trained for the Alps. The march was a disaster. Soldiers fell from mountain paths, supplies disappeared, local tribes attacked, snow blocked the route, rocks blocked the route. At one point, almost everything blocked the route. Hannibal kept going. He had already told everyone that the plan would work, and turning back would have created an awkward staff meeting. After months of suffering, Hannibal emerged in northern Italy in 218 BC. Rome looked north and discovered an exhausted Carthaginian army descending from the mountains with elephants. This was unexpected. It was like finding an enemy tank in your garden and learning that it had arrived through the roof. Hannibal quickly recruited local tribes who also hated Rome. Hating Rome was becoming the ancient Mediterranean's most successful membership program. At the Battle of the Trebia, Hannibal tricked the Roman army into crossing an icy river before breakfast. The Romans reached the other side cold, wet, hungry, and ready to make several poor decisions. Hannibal's troops were dry, fed, and waiting for them. The battle went exactly as the breakfast situation suggested. Rome lost. Most of Hannibal's elephants later died during the winter. One reportedly survived, Saurus. Hannibal rode Saurus through the Italian marshes, lost sight in one eye because of an infection, and continued the invasion anyway. At this point, Hannibal had one working eye, one surviving elephant, and absolutely no intention of calming down. In 217 BC, he ambushed another Roman army at Lake Trasimene. The Romans marched along a narrow road between the hills and the lake. Hannibal had hidden soldiers in the hills. The Romans entered the trap. Hannibal attacked. Thousands of Romans were killed or captured before Rome had properly understood that the battle had started. Lake Trasimene demonstrated an important military principle. If Hannibal has selected the location, do not go there. Rome appointed Fabius Maximus to deal with him. Fabius introduced a bold new strategy. Do not fight Hannibal. Follow him from a safe distance. Destroy his supplies and irritate him professionally. The strategy worked. Naturally, everybody hated it. Romans wanted a glorious battle, not several months of watching Hannibal eat their agricultural sector. So in 216 BC, Rome assembled an enormous army and confronted him at Cannae. Rome's plan was simple: put almost everyone in the middle and push forward very hard. This was less a strategy and more a crowd with government funding. Hannibal allowed his center to bend backwards while his troops closed around the Roman flanks. Then his cavalry attacked from behind. The Roman army was completely surrounded. Cannae became a perfect double envelopment and an imperfect day for Rome. Tens of thousands of Roman soldiers were killed. Hannibal had destroyed one of the largest armies Rome had ever assembled. He waited for Rome to surrender. Rome did not surrender. Rome created another army. Hannibal destroyed Roman forces. Rome created more Roman forces. Hannibal was fighting a republic with the reproductive capacity of a photocopier. He remained in Italy for years, winning victories, but never capturing Rome. Meanwhile, a young Roman commander named Scipio attacked Carthage's territories in Spain and then invaded North Africa. Carthage recalled Hannibal. In 202 BCE, Hannibal faced Scipio at Zama. This time, Hannibal had around 80 elephants. Apparently, after the Alps, nobody had learned anything. The elephants charged. The Romans opened lanes in their formation and let them pass straight through. Then, Roman trumpets frightened the others. Some panicked, turned around, and crashed into the Carthaginian lines. Hannibal's secret weapon had become confused and was now attacking its own team. The secret weapon had become confused and was now attacking customer support. Scipio won. Carthage lost its empire, its fleet, and another extremely expensive war.
Hannibal had crossed the Alps, invaded Italy, destroyed Roman armies, and terrified Rome for nearly 16 years. But he could not defeat Rome permanently, because every time Hannibal destroyed a Roman army, Rome simply produced another one. The elephants, however, became immortal. Not literally. Most of them had died almost immediately. But history never forgot the general who looked at the Alps, looked at his elephants, and said, "Excellent. A shortcut."